Hi, my name is Roy Oliver Electric Gonzaga,
And I'm Regine Torimoro.
and we're here to talk about
How sale and discount culture disrupt the marginalized from capitalistic manipulation of the ruling class.
Ngayong Pasko, Shopee Free Shipping! Ano man ang gusto, Shopee Free Shipping! Ano man ang kailangan, Shopee Free Shipping! Nasaan ka man, Shopee Free Shipping! Merry Christmas! Shopee Free Shipping! Shopee 11/11 Big Christmas Sale. Enjoy free shipping.
John Baudrillard talked about a society where the consumption of goods is indivisible from one's identity representation. For example, owning a Rolex is equivalent to being rich. Owning Nike products meant being sporty. Thus, a product is no longer a product, but a brand that pertains to a certain personality. Similarly, owning what is branded as an elite material or something that connotes wealth and luxury also means that person is wealthy. The increase in technology led to an increase in the production of commodities, and this in turn enhanced the consumption of goods. In this way, media production can be controlled by large corporations whose targets are economic and political at the same time, earning profits by maintaining the subservience to the system of consumer capitalism. One of the techniques used by large corporations is through sales and discount culture. But before we continue, let us discuss the theoretical framework that this topic will be discussed.
So the theory that we are going to use in discussing our topic is the Frankfurt School Theory. The Frankfurt School Theory was founded by Felix Rehl in 1923. So the institute was highly successful with a number of academics making significant contributions towards Marxism beyond dialectical materialism. However, this institution was dissolved when Hitler came to power in 1933, and then Theodor Adorno and Max Wertheimer reformed the Institute of Social Research in Frankfurt, ushering in a new wave of post-Hegelian thinkers. They saw popular culture as an agent of class domination and capitalism. Frankfurt School Theory is a critical theory because it questions the mass media, the modern culture, and the existing social theory. Its main arguments are that cultural industry or the culture industry serves only the interests of the capitalism and by extension those of the ruling class and functions as the destruction of the workers from the inequalities of the class system under capitalism and their potential to revolt.
So let's talk about how sales and discount culture maintains subservience to the system of consumer capitalism. According to Adorno and Horkheimer, the ideological state apparatuses like the media are the tools of production that the ruling class uses in order to establish a dominant ideology which are not violent in nature. In our case, online shopping sites establish an ideology or thought that through their sales, promos, and discounts, consumers can save money. This is the dominant ideology that conceals the truth, which is they're actually just spending. Adorno and Horkheimer states that the ruling class occupy all their audience's spare time, leaving little room for imagination or reflection. They foster conformity in language, gesture, and thought. In the sale and discount culture, audiences are distracted due to the influx of discounts and sales happening in the online shops. They're more concentrated on the bargains that they can get rather than the amount of money they'll spend. Moreover, the gesture that sale and discount culture impart on its audience is the affordability of commodities. These commodities that are not merely objects, but the representation of these objects. For example, Apple products are not just phones and laptops. They are representations of luxury and wealth. The mere thought of being able to afford and have these products make consumers think they belong at a higher place in society, rather than reflect as part of the marginalized that the ruling class controls.
There is also standardization in these online shopping sites. The standardization of commodities under the culture industry enforced by sale and discount culture make shoppers consume even more. According to Adorno, products produced exhibit standardized features, features that connote popularity to consumers. Commodities such as clothes that are standardized to be like Gucci, Versace, and other brands that pertain to our luxurious and wealthy personality. Without sale and discount culture, the standardized commodities belong to those who can only afford it, the ruling class. However, sale and discount culture break this barrier by allowing more consumers to be a part of this culture industry. How? Create a 70% discount or sale on an iPhone 11, a commodity that can only be afforded by the ruling class, and you have an influx of consumers from different social classes.
So what we're trying to say is that although sales and discounts seem to favor the marginalized, what actually happens is otherwise. Commodities that seem to be affordable by only the ruling class are packaged to be more affordable to the marginalized, making them believe on the false consciousness of belonging to a higher social class. Since consumption is indivisible from an individual's identity representation, consumers find it easier to believe that they are what they consume. Having an iPhone 11, wearing branded clothes, and driving a Mercedes-Benz represents an identity of belonging to the ruling class. And this identity is the false promise that the sale and discount culture bring. Rather than address the manipulation and oppression of the ruling class, consumers are now distracted by the dominant ideologies and false consciousness that sale and discount culture propagate.
Shopee 11/11 Big Christmas Sale. Enjoy free shipping with zero minimum spend nationwide. Basta Christmas shopping, Shopee!